She just stood on the deck enjoying the view when someone suddenly shoved her hard, and she fell straight into the pool below. But the killer didn't intend to let her go. He closed the pool's retractable roof to literally drown the woman inside. The weight of her coat kept her from surfacing. She fought with all her strength to tear it off, but it was too late. The pool was already fully sealed. Then she found this was a viewing pool of a guest room, so she banged hardly on the glass, trying to get the attention of the inside. The woman lying on the sofa spotted her first.
Oh my God!
Lucky too, she noticed in time, and Laura was quickly rescued. But this wasn't the first strange thing she met. Ever since she boarded this luxury yacht, weird incidents kept happening. Laura was a star reporter at a newspaper. One day, she suddenly received an invitation. As the heir to a shipping company, Anne had been diagnosed with cancer. Her husband was setting up a foundation in her name and had invited all board members on a luxury yacht for a fundraising gala. They hoped Laura would attend as well to generate publicity for the cause. The next day, Laura took the shuttle boat and soon arrived at the lavish super yacht. The guests were all powerful elites with big names, making Laura feel like a fish out of water. Fortunately, everyone was polite. Then her secret crush, Morgan, suddenly appeared. Turns out Morgan was the photographer for the event. This made Laura feel slightly more at ease. That evening, Laura wore her carefully chosen dress for the dinner. Then in the hallway, she ran into Morgan, who was flirting with another woman. To avoid the awkward encounter, Laura panicked and slipped into room 10 next door. Just then, a blonde woman, fresh out of the shower, walked out, staring at Laura in surprise. She put on her hat and went back into the bathroom. Realizing how rude she must have looked, Laura apologized and hurried out of the room, unaware that this encounter would be the beginning of a nightmare. At dinner, Laura was told to see Mrs. Anne afterward. She arrived at the study first. Anne showed up shortly after. Cancer had taken her long hair. She greatly admired Laura's work, giving voice to those who needed it. But since stopping treatment, Anne's health had steadily declined. She then revealed why she'd called Laura. She wanted her to review her speech for the dinner. Only then did Laura learn that Anne planned to donate her entire estate to the foundation. Moved by Anne's selflessness, their conversation flowed pleasantly. As Laura prepared to leave, Anne invited her to continue their chat the next day. Yet that very night, an accident occurred. In her sleep, Laura was jolted awake by a commotion next door. Following the sound, she slowly stepped onto the balcony. The next instant, a distinct splash echoed through the air. Laura abruptly leaned over the railing. Sure enough, a figure floated in the chilly midnight water. Turning her head, she saw a blood-stained handprint smeared across the central glass partition. Without hesitation, Laura alerted the crew. Instantly, the yacht entered full security mode. In the dead of night, everyone mobilized. They searched the sea for the missing passenger. When they heard it was the occupant of room 10, the security chief wore a peculiar expression, because room 10 had been vacant all along. The guest who was supposed to stay there had canceled their reservation 2 days before boarding. Laura was utterly bewildered. She had clearly seen a blonde woman in that room today. How could this person not exist? Even stranger, the crew checked every cabin. Everyone was in their own rooms. No one was missing, and the bloody handprint on the glass door had vanished without a trace. This left Laura even more perplexed. The others simply assumed she hadn't rested well and was hallucinating, so they dispersed one by one.